Oh Mark out Mania. Mark out Mania. Woo!
Welcome, everybody, to Mark Out Mania Show.
Oh my God, Zeus is exciting today.
Gee, no, Jew, you don't too.
What?
Wow.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Mark Out Mania.
We
got-
got Jeff Foxworthy Jr. How you doing?
Yeah, we've been away for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's been like 2 weeks. So how is James the Extreme Sarno doing?
I am doing good. I'm ready to mark out. I actually missed you guys, man. I missed you guys last week. I'm ready.
I don't know how to take that.
your damn
Actually,
fault?
I actually missed you guys. Makes it sound like we're bastards. What about the God of Thunder, Zeus King Dark? How are you?
I'm sore, but I'm here. They're always amping up the PT, so.
Is James still with us?
Hello?
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, James went very quiet.
I'm just having all kinds of issues this morning. It's all good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It sounded like you said you're having Okada issues.
No.
He's having all kind of envy issues.
Yeah.
Oh my
I want 2018 Okada back. What? Huh? No, I'm sorry. What?
You want autographed New Japan collection Okada. That's what you want.
Yeah, I want Rainmaker Okada. That's what I want.
If we hear the game playing in the show,
It's
we're
fucking
gonna know
Zeus,
why.
man. He's hooked. He's hooked. He's on crack.
Let me get this game up. I'll see if I can get the sound going. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's that game. Let me get out.
You guys are excited about a game. That's hot.
No. I was just showing it. I'm trying to get out of it. Here we go. Okay.
Trying to get out of it.
I am not a whiz with technology. But what's been going on?
Well, it's I've only really been watching New Japan. So that's what I'm all about.
I was all ready to do that. We lost James.
He'll come back.
He'll come back. I was all ready to follow along, and then I couldn't do it on one day, couldn't do another day. Like stuff came up, and then I just fell behind, and then it gets hard to get into it at that point. I don't know, but yeah, I will try to get because how many shows are we behind?
Just this week's. I mean, it's Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. About
five shows. Oh my God.
5 shows?
Yeah.
Actually, Zeus, which one I should start first? I should start Best of Super J's first or the Tag League?
Well, I mean, the combined beginning from last Sunday.
Yeah, last Sunday it's both things on the same show.
Yeah.
And then they separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they separate, yep.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah. Cool. So there's no clear cut dominant team yet, pretty much most everybody's at 2-1. So the matches are pretty good. Finn Juice is coming out strong. Defending tag league winners from 2019. They're using the Doomsday device as their finisher.
Nice.
So
Very good.
So I'm pretty, I've been enjoying a lot of teams, not really enjoying Evil and Yujiro.
Oh God, I can imagine that team's sucking.
That's why they did that. That's the thing that pissed me off the most. Like the pairings, like who the fuck decided to put Ishii with Yano? Like that is such far spectrum opposites from each other. It's horrible.
It's because it's to give some balance in there. Because if you'd have put Yano and Yoshihashi, they wouldn't win a fucking match.
Horrible.
I'm just saying.
We were all looking forward for Goto Ishii in the tag league. I mean, it really.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's perfect. We know, like all of us who kept saying, have them run roughshod through tag league. Have them beat the shit out of everybody. Why not?
It really takes the wind out of your sails to be like
tag league. It did. I saw that pairing. I said, Yano. I was like, oh my god. No, come on, man. He's going to pull out that tape and Ishii's going to shove it right up his ass. Come on.
They did have an interesting stat. They're saying that the team with the highest winning percentage, I think it was, in tag league history is Evil and Sonata.
Damn.
And yet they're not together.
Well, I mean,
stuff happened.
Yeah.
I'm just pissed at everybody today. I'm pissed at New Japan for their stupid pairings. Oh, and then I'm pissed on the side note, unrelated. I'm pissed at VH1. A Saturday morning staple, especially for the Markout Mania show, as part of my routine, is to watch Cheaters all morning long. There was no Cheaters on VH1 today. It was canceled. I turned it on, and it was Coming to America. I saw Fat Louis Anderson on my TV. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Now, wait a minute. Coming to America is a damn fine movie.
It's a good movie, but you can't watch that on VH1. You can't watch that. You can't watch that on VH1. It's cut. It's edited. It's not.
That's true.
It doesn't flow right. Come on. Come on, man. If you're gonna watch Coming to America, you pop in the DVD. Anyway, I digress. I'm sorry, it's just my fault.
Tell us about Tag League. Tell us about Tag League, and then Best of Super Juniors after it. Tell us how it's all going.
Well, obviously, the first night, Hiromu defeats Ishimori in the main event. And, of course, Ishimori is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, so that's setting the stage for, that's a huge deal from the get-go, especially with Hiromu being last year's winner. I mean, no, he wasn't last year's winner, but I mean, he was the winner of the year before. He's the champion for a good chunk of this year. So there is some serious overtones, cast out throughout already. Yoshinobu Kanemaru is out with an injury, so he's been replaced by Master Wato, who has been under the close tutelage of Tenzan, and he's even using Tenzan's like that kind of Falcon Arrow tombstone. It's not.
How's he looking? Is he looking better than he has been, or is he looking still like shitty?
No, he's looking much better. He's looking more. I mean, he still looks the same. He still looks like a Charms blue raspberry blow pop, but he is looking better in the ring.
Okay, good.
solid. I think he's really listening to the veteran advice of Tenzan, and Taguchi's been doing very well. I think Taguchi might be 3-0.
Really?
Yeah. Desperado's been looking good, of course.
Well, I expect him to look good. I expect him to be good in this whole tournament. So,
he's got a lot. Got a lot of momentum coming into this. Through the summer and everything. They and the little tournament for the IWGP Junior Tag Belts. I mean, he's been a busy guy. Robbie Eagles. He's very much so of a like a very young Will Ospreay. A lot of flippy stuff, a lot of combinations, and go. So that
right?
yeah. A lot of people are speculating he could join the Empire with Will Ospreay, Great O'Khan, and the newest member Jeff Cobb, who's looking quite good. Cobb's
really?
looking.
Is Jeff Cobb's part of this now?
I
really got to start watching this.
He's part of the Empire. Him and O'Khan are a pretty good tag team. For two guys that just got put together. And Cobb looks like he's lost a little weight too. And, he intimated that he would like to be in the Best of Super Junior next year.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a scary thought. Because we all know he's carrying his extra weight in his belly.
Yes, he is.
And he's not overly tall. We know that because I've stood beside him. And he actually could he could make that, it's 220 pounds.
So that would be scary if he did Super J's. Oof.
Yeah. He could cut to 220. And make that weight.
I think it'll kill everybody.
It might. He potentially he's as bigger than more muscle stacked in than Shingo. But potentially. Of course, the reigning IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Dangerous Tekkers, James's favorite, Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. They're looking fantastic in tag league. They're killing it. What team has been the most surprised to you so far to this point? Probably Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb.
Okay.
Just they're like I said, they're working well together for a team that's just together now. Finn Juice is they have a lot of they make a lot of tags. They're very smart. I can't say enough about how much I enjoy Juice Robinson. Finley looks good. He looks like he's rested up and healed from that injury, and he's been on the power struggle. Not the power struggle, but the New Japan Strong cards.
Yeah.
So they're solid. Interesting match yesterday or day before was Gorillas of Destiny against Evil and Yojiro.
Oh.
That doesn't even sound right.
yeah.
Evil and Yojiro.
And that's, Evil and Yujiro had Dick to go with them. And of course, God had Jado with him. So there was an all inclusive too sweet at the beginning, but then there was also two other sets of two sweets, and so that was a pretty interesting match, and there's definitely there's interviews with Tamatonga where he's saying, this is about, this isn't really all about Bullet Club right now. He's like, this is about us. We have to look out for who we are, and we're here for Tag League, and we're not.
I'm assuming God went over.
If you want the spoiler, yes, they did.
Okay.
I
don't think that would have been much of a spoiler,
Because Yujiro's involved.
Yeah, you just beat me to it, Pedro. You beat me to it. There it was.
There he is.
Mm-hmm.
I can picture him in my head doing his and moving really slow.
Yeah, he's quite slow. There's a few people slow like Tanahashi is still looking strong. He's still he's still working his ass off, and he's just it's just crazy to see him every year, and everything, from the G1. It's like, he's one of the only guys that, it's like that really could have used a break.
Yeah. Well, did you get a good morning text from Ace? No? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. He's doing fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good night because it's nighttime over there right now, James. So.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But, he's got to get ready to get up. He's got tomorrow's next day.
He had to wish you a good morning.
He's my buddy.
Yeah. That's your boy.
That's my boy. He's telling me to bench press more, and I have to keep reminding him that I have a torn rotator cuff and bicep. So.
Nice.
But so, and then that, of course,
he's never ending anyway. He'll never quit. He'll never stop. He'll just keep going.
I know. He'll be like 150 years old.
Yeah.
He'll still be in a G1. And,
he'll be Muda. He can barely walk, and then he'll be still doing it.
Well, he's just one of those guys. Once the fucking bell rings, it's like it's all,
Yeah.
It's on.
God bless him. Good for him.
God bless him. You gotta love him.
Yeah. I'm so happy Okada's not in Tag League. I need a break from his ridiculousness.
Yeah.
He pissed me off, that's all. He just got me upset in the G1, I was not happy at all. But I digress. Yeah, it's horrible. That whole shit with Jay White, that was disgusting. And fucking Jay White cut a promo on him. He just walked away with his head between his legs like a little bitch. I was like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, and Tanahashi's teaming with Toa Hanare.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
How's that looking? It looks okay for them? It's looking good.
He's looking a little bit more trim, a little bit more aggressive. So it could be some good things, coming for them. they're winless in the so far, but so is Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens.
Yeah. Bad Luck Fale. He's funny. I still can't believe Ishii and fucking, oh my God. I'm gonna have to sit through their matches and just be like, why?
It's gonna be okay, James. It's gonna be okay.
They just had a chance to do it right, I mean, fucking Gato smoking crack.
Right.
He is. He's got to be smoking something because he booked this shit. He's like, I mean, what do you think their war room must have looked like? Let's put Ishii with Yano. Yeah, let's do that. Like what?
Their war room.
Yeah, All trick is Saki getting stupid, going, put these two together.
Oh my God.
It was Gato. He's playing New Japan Collection like us, and he's
mixing up the cards. He's like, just put anyone together.
Goto and Yoshihashi together.
So, yeah. You said the next card I'll get, I'll pay with Ishii. Bang, Yano, yeah. Okay.
This episode of the Markout Mania brought to you by New Japan World Collection.
Yeah. I'm about to download this game now because I'm hooked. I'm not even playing yet.
That's how addictive it is. Download and play now.
Yeah.
It's got Caristico and Sobernero Jr. and Titan are in there too.
Yeah. I almost when you had to choose the favorite wrestler, I almost went with Titan just to go with the Luchador, but I was in the end I was trying to decide between Taichi and Shingo, not because they're my favorites, but just I was like, well, I'll just.
Who'd you pick as your favorite?
I ended up going with Shingo, but that's not. He's not necessarily my favorite in New Japan. I just was trying to just choose something.
Right, and you can change it later.
I don't even have to ask who Zeus picked because we all know. So
I actually put Despy. So
you did?
Yeah.
I would have bet the farm that you'd have put fucking Switchblade.
I can change it later.
Mm-hmm.
And
as things get closer to Wrestle Kingdom
and
Day 2.
And I know because Zeus and I are allies. That's how you play New Japan.
You become allies. Take on the sack. Beat everybody. Win prizes. Have fun. And if you act now, you get a free toaster.
I already got my free toaster.
Look at that! Awesome.
every slice you get the Lion brand on it.
Oh, that would be awesome. Actually. Yeah. That would be an awesome toaster.
Well, it goes along with my Belgian waffle maker.
Oh, look at this.
The whole thing is the lion head.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for real?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm an idiot. I'm fucking believing this shit. I'm marking out to this already. I'm like, word, I want a waffle.
Hey, Zeus.
Yeah.
Okay, so between Best of the Super Junior and World Tag League, what are the standout matches of this first week? Like, what are the best matches of the first week?
Let's see. Well, I really enjoyed Finjuice against Guerrillas of Destiny. Dangerous Techers. All three of their matches have been good. Especially against Goto and Yoshihashi and Shingo and Sonata. Those were good. Even Khan and Cobb against Tanahashi and Hanare was pretty good, and them against actually their best match was probably against Fale and Owens.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's always fun to see these heel teams go at it because the face teams, you expect that kind of level of honor and respectability, for pretty much everything except unless Yano's involved. But so yeah, those are that's what I would say are my top tag league matches. I would encourage you to for Best of Super Junior. I would say check out at least one of at least one or two of Master Wato's matches.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, because you're seeing a guy who's I think he's actively trying to get better, and that was pretty. I mean, it's nice to see that progression of a guy who is kind of because like just a few weeks ago, when we'd seen him, I didn't think much of him at all. He just kind of seemed like he was trying to get into his gimmick, and now
I still remember those vignettes. Remember those vignettes?
Yeah.
And now it's more like you got a guy who's becoming a serious wrestler, and this Master Wato thing will kind of develop as time goes on, but I think his development in the ring is what's more important. Taguchi versus Ishimori was good. Taguchi versus Desperado was good. Desperado versus Hiromu, fantastic match. Pretty much just the last match that Hiromu had against Bushi was very good. That one went 23 minutes.
I like Bushi.
Yeah. So it's like I said, it's wide open. Show is looking real good. Show versus Robbie Eagles was good. Versus Bushi was good. Versus Doki. Doki wrestled Ishimori. That was interesting. So I think there's with just 3 nights under the belt of people in Best of Super Junior, it's still pretty much wide open, because I mean the standings right now, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 people with 4 points. And that's so it should be interesting. See how this continues on, because it's no clear cut anybody running away with anything at this point. So
Right. Well, yeah, it's still too early.
yeah, and I mean it all ends December 11th, I think they said. Yeah.
Wow. So James, you and I got some stuff to catch up on.
Yes, we do, sir. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But I'm gonna start binge watching everything tomorrow, like everything New Japan tomorrow. I'm gonna try to sneak in some tonight. Hopefully, maybe. You know,
Yeah.
we'll see if I can sit down in front of my TV and not get interrupted. You know, so.
Well,
So we'll see. Yeah, Pedro, you and I got some stuff to discuss.
Yeah, well, hey, shout out to Angie in the chat room.
What's up, Angie? How the hell are you? How's the WWE Network working out for you?
So Zeus, you haven't been keeping up with, you haven't been watching NXT, right? You've probably heard some stuff from it, but
Yeah, I've heard, some stuff. I just don't care.
It's like me with Stardom. There it goes.
Oh my God, James, have you seen the last 2 weeks of NXT?
Oh yes, I did. I saw last week's too. I mean, I saw this week's too. But fucking Raquel Gonzalez is a beast, man. The way she took that kick to the head. Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, what about?
I don't know if she actually sold that or it was like legit kick to the head.
Yeah, I think she sold it because I'll tell you why. Because when I saw it, I was like 100%. At first, I was totally convinced she just got blasted straight up in the face.
Yeah.
But when she got up, there wasn't a blemish. There wasn't a single mark on her face, and I was like, well, there would be something. If she just got full on blasted with that, it looked. So it was just really good selling, or
Let me ask you a question: is it me, or has Ember Moon stepped it up ever since she's been back to NXT?
Has she what?
Ember Moon has stepped it up a bit ever since she's been back to NXT.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
she's moving around that ring like the fly. I mean, she's hitting the rope, she's bumping, she's flying around. I'm like, holy shit, Ember Moon got to be juiced, She could,
Yeah, she's. Was it last week? She had that match with Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
That was a good match.
That was a good match, yeah. And finally, the Undisputed Era's turning face. They're gonna beat the shit out of Pat McDouche.
Oh man, so the ending to this week, so Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley have their match. What do you think of that match, by the way, James?
I thought the match was good. I thought it could have been better, but they were under a time constraint, so I get it. I get it, but I didn't want it. I think those two should be left alone in a nice 25-minute. Just go for it,
Yeah, I thought it was a good match, but yeah, I didn't like that they during the beginning of it they kept cutting away to be like Finn Balor's here. And
stupid bullshit. Yeah,
I was like,
well, the rumor is that. Well, the rumor is that she's going to get called up to the main roster for good.
Right.
So but and I'm like, I don't want her to go because all she's going to do is sit in the main roster and do nothing. All they're going to do look at Keith Lee. They fucked him up. So they're gonna fuck up Rhea Ripley too.
Rhea Ripley took some shots in that match, by the way.
Io Shirai was a little stiff there for a second. I saw a couple of those kicks. I was like, hello.
That when Rhea Ripley was in a seated position and Io Shirai came off the ropes and blasted her with that drop kick, and then you saw her Rhea Ripley's ear was just like blood everywhere. And because she had that big ass gauge in there and stuff, and so then they went to commercial break. When they came back, her ear was cleaned up, like the blood was gone, but the gauge was gone. And
it looked like it was flopping.
For me personally, it looked kind of gross.
It looked like a slice of roast beef just hanging on the side of her face.
Hanging down with that weird hole.
I was like, what the hell was that?
And you know what's weird? We've all seen people with giant ass gauges in their ears. Usually, when they take it out, you get that gross looking like hole just hanging down.
Yeah.
But hers kind of closed back up. So it's just that little hole. Yeah, it was weird looking.
It was weird looking.
Gives me the
but I thought it was good, and then I say,
I was trying to get to the post match, Then
we see Finn Balor coming in the ring. I'm surprised he's talking normal for a guy with a broken jaw, So, but he was talking all right, and then he brought Undisputed Era with him, which was kind of hot.
Finn Balor talked for a tiny bit. Then Pat McAfee came out with his guys. I can't remember the name of their stable. What's the name of their stable, James?
Yeah, I forgot what it was. He fucking mentioned it too. I forgot what it is.
It's not the catchiest title, so it hasn't caught
on. No.
But, so they come out, they interrupt Finn Balor because they're really short on time at this point. Like they're
they went over, didn't they go over?
Yeah, they went way over, and so they're surrounding the ring and all that stuff, and then Finn Balor's like, I brought something back with me, and then
I must admit I marked out a bit.
I was totally marking out, and when they started fighting and like. Adam Cole blasted Pat McAfee with that bicycle kick.
He blasted him. I was like, holy shit. And hey, I give props to McAfee, man. He's selling a lot of shit.
Pat McAfee made it look like he was killed. He sold that shit out of that.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And that they went off the air.
Perfect heel.
They went off the air fighting. And then did you see the social media stuff that happened afterwards?
Yep.
Just say it. Just say the two words. Just say it.
Adam Cole was in the ring and he was holding court. I loved it, man. I loved it. I wanted to see them go on a fish run for a very long time, so I'm happy with this.
You saw where Adam Cole was yelling at Regal. Just say it. Just say those two words. Just say it. Yeah. What does Regal say, James?
Oh my God! Now I just joined the blanket. I'm all excited. War Games.
War Games.
War Games. Yep.
It's like
Yep. That was hot. It was hot. But I don't know about you, Pedro, but to me, the odd man out in all of this is Pete Dunne.
Yeah. He
doesn't even look like he belongs in this thing.
I mean, the bad thing with that is like he was a draw on his own, right?
Yeah, he is a draw on his own.
And then they've put him in this slot where now he's a crony behind this other guy.
He's the enforcer. You notice that? He's kind of like the enforcer of the group.
Yeah, but I mean, like Pete Dunne can talk. He doesn't need someone to talk for him. He can talk. No. He can fight, like we've seen all his matches.
I wanted to see him go up against Walter again. I mean, I was hyped for that, but thank God for dragging him. But that's another story. Go ahead.
I mean, there are matches I want to see here. Like I want to see Pete Dunne, Adam Cole again. I know we've seen that before, but I want to see that again. I want to see Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly. I want to see that matchup. Pete Dunne. We've seen Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong before too, but it's been a while since I've seen that.
Well,
I want to see Pete Dunne.
One of the famous match of all is the one where Roderick Strong turned on him. Remember that one?
Yeah, I want to see Pete Dunne and Finn Balor.
That should be good
for the title.
Yeah, that should be good.
But he doesn't seem to be in the position for that, does he?
Nope. Double Y, double H. What's going on? Y2H2.
The other War Games match you're setting up is Shotzi and Candice LeRae. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I like Shotzi a lot, but
I like Shotzi. She's awesome.
But
we like you, Shotzi.
But the thing they did with the tank still makes me laugh. Like that to me was like bad funny. I still laugh about that. The tank,
truck couldn't even run over the tank. The shit got stuck underneath the license plate for about half an hour.
and the way Shotzi was like,
no, it was like somebody was chewing up our hamster or something. That's what she felt like.
They're killing all her pets and her family.
Yeah, hey Pedro, you know what I wasn't feeling at first, but I'm actually starting to come around to this?
What?
The whole thing with Leon Ruff, and now it's a three-way with him and Damian Priest and fucking Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
I wasn't keen on it at first, but then I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fun little angle thing they're doing. It should pay off
Yeah.
well at probably a takeover. You can have a 3-way between those three. But the only thing I want to say, that part where Leon Ruff slapped Damian Priest, that was the worst,
That was
weakest
the
looking
worst
slap
slap.
I've
I
ever
know.
seen.
I know, but that was the bitchiest of the bitchiest slaps I've ever seen. My grandmother slaps harder than that. Oh my God!
It was like Damian Priest is his sibling or something, and he was like, "Oh, you got this thing on your face. Let me get it off."
It felt like a golf clap in the face. Not even that. Zero's mom slapped my ass harder than that. How did that? This shit is brutal. You know? I mean, come on, man.
Holy shit!
I mean, put a little oomph into it. You know? It was like. You know,
yeah,
come on, man.
It was like a loved one wiping something off someone's face.
I mean, fucking Damian Priest is what, 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", whatever he is. I hit the fucker. You know, he can take it.
Yeah, he can take a slap.
I am very tall.
Yeah, exactly. I am tall. You can hit me. Oof, thank you. That hurt. You know, come on, man. Hit the fucker.
Yeah, I was like, why so...
that was the weakest slap.
Oh, man. You know what I just thought of?
What?
We need Damian Priest to sing Safety Dance.
You can dance when I want to. And I really don't fall behind. If you don't dance, if you don't dance, you can dance. You can dance. You can dance. Make me a ham sandwich. You can dance. I just got slapped. It did not feel good. It felt like a gnat landed on my cheek. I killed Keith Lee, but he's still alive. Oh my God!
Barely alive. He's not really alive on the main roster.
I killed Keith Lee, and they changed his music.
Oh man, they fucked that guy so bad.
He got bent over. He goes, "Yeah, we'll bring your girlfriend up to the main roster, but we'll bury you first. How about that?" You know, that's exactly what they did.
Man,
oh, horrible. But I agree with you, Pedro. I think it would be a nice payoff at a takeover. You know, fine. You know, and then end it. That's it. Just end the storyline. Put Leon Ruff back in jobber status, and just come on.
So what happens with like Io Shirai at well, maybe she'll be part of that War Games match, I guess.
Yeah, I think she is. Isn't she going to be War Games? Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why she had the big title match against Rhea Ripley now, was so she can be part of War Games.
I really don't want Rhea Ripley to be called up in the main roster because they're going to just fuck her. And not in a good way.
Oh boy!
No, I'm serious. Look, they don't know what to do with her. I mean, they don't know what to do on her. They put the strap on her, right? Right. It was huge. It was the big pop. Everybody went crazy. Everybody was loving it, right? Right.
It was a massive. That was like the biggest rating that they had since being on USA. Was that one?
Yeah, it was a big match. She got plenty of pop. People were loving it, and all of a sudden they pulled the strap off of WrestleMania to Charlotte, and then she had visa issues, and then she comes back and she doesn't do shit. I mean, I don't know who she didn't, I don't know who she pissed off.
I don't know. I don't know why she ended up in the feuding with that weird fucking manager dude.
Yeah, what was that about? Yeah, the whole shit with Robert Stone. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, she handled that well, and for whatever reason, it's just like you said. I mean, her beating Shayna Baszler, Baszler goes to the main roster and she's fucking buried, except for the Raw Underground stuff. She got a chance to shine in that. But and then Rhea Ripley goes up there and she gets fed to Charlotte at WrestleMania and buried and
I wouldn't say she was buried.
She wasn't buried, but I mean it didn't
to me it felt like they were planting the seeds for something bigger, like down the road. Like Charlotte
When
beat her
has
hair.
WWE ever stuck to long-term planning? They change the shows 5 minutes before it hits
I
on
know,
air, Pedro.
I know, but it felt that way at the time, didn't it? Like they were setting up for something bigger down the road.
Yeah.
To me, it just felt like it was another, thing that, they couldn't leave alone. So they were just going to let, Charlotte ruin it.
And they had a good thing in Rhea Ripley. They had a good thing.
got it.
People were interested. People were biting. People wanted to see it, They fucked that up. Just like Keith Lee. People wanted to see him, and they fucked that up.
Well, yeah. Hey, do you remember last year at Survivor Series, Keith Lee and Roman Reigns were like the final two, right?
Yeah.
People were raving about it. They're like, "Oh my god!" And then look how long from that to now he got on the main roster, and when he's on the main roster, they fuck him.
They don't go with the hot hand. Fucking WWE is notorious for doing that. Even Zeus said it last year. They had it with Braun Strowman when he was the hot hand. They didn't put the strap on him. They waited a year later, and then it was like ho hum. They never go with the hot hand. Never.
I mean, when Braun Strowman was actually like hot was 2017 and 2018. By 2019, after the thing with winning the tag titles with that kid, that just killed him dead.
I'm a monster heel, but I have a tag team partner who's 9 years old. What? Well, come on. No. Horrible. It's horrible. Anyway, but I do like where NXT is going. I am digging that they turned the PC Center into the Capital Wrestling Center or Council, whatever the hell they call it now. But it's nice how they hooked it up. It's good. It has atmosphere,
Hey, did you watch? You saw Kushida versus that Ruiz guy?
Yes.
It was a very small match, but it was really good. What we got was really good. I was like, they're doing all this chain wrestling and shit. Like.
And he's getting a push now, finally, because she was getting a proper push, finally. And so is my boy, Jake Atlas. Come on, man. I love this guy. He's awesome. He's the future. He's good. He's good. I like him.
Did he have the match with Phantasma last week?
Yeah.
Or was that the week before?
That was the week before.
Oh.
Okay. And he looked good. He looks good, man. He sells well, too. It's good. It's good.
The only problem with Jake Atlas for me is when he talks, because when he talks, he sounds like Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, you just, you just gotta keep him off the stick for a while,
I can't get it out of my head. When I hear him, I think Jimmy Fallon is fighting. So
yeah, he's green on the mic, but
Who wants to see Jimmy Fallon wrestle? Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
What about NXT UK?
Yo, that match yesterday with fucking. Oh, but first of all, don't hate me on this, and I don't want to get tons of heat for it, but not for nothing. But isn't Coffee looking a little bit like Dr. Steve Williams these days?
Who?
He looked. He's just fucking looking like him, but with the hair all shined up and greased up.
Well, he's way shorter than Dr.
Yeah, but that same build and the way
he got very. You noticed from when earlier this year. You remember earlier this year he had that match with Walter, and he was a little chubbier. I think at that point he's like lost some of the fat. Yeah,
but it's to turn thick. He got thick, and he's moving around the ring like Dr. Death used to back in the day. I'm like, oh, look at him with the long hair, and I'm like, okay, all right, okay.
Him and Sam Gradwell were beating the fuck out of each other.
That was a good match, man. That was a real good match. That was a good match.
Trent Seven.
Trent Steve, yeah, man.
Trent Seven and Dave Mastiff, yeah. From the Heritage Cup.
Beat the shit out of Trent Seven, and Trent Seven gets the win. I thought he legit knocked him out.
Yeah,
because he looked like he had no clue where he was in the ring, Pedro. He looked like his eyes were glossed over.
I think that was selling. They were playing off of what happened with Dave Mastiff and Joseph Connors.
Yeah.
But Yeah, that was selling by Trent Seven. He did a good job in that match.
And the bootleg and what's those guys' names? Smith and Carter.
Oh yeah.
That's the bootleg Street Profits.
I didn't get Street Profits from
No,
them.
they did.
They're
They
just
get the
they're
same
just
kind of
two young
music,
guys.
and they're running around the ring. Oh, come on, man! The only thing missing is the
I
cup.
guess.
Come on. Come on. There's a little bootleg with the matching, half matching, semi matching outfits like the Street Profits have it. Yeah, come on.
I guess. Yeah, okay. I didn't think of that, but it just seemed like two young dudes to me. But
I can't stand that Pretty Deadly bullshit. Somebody,
well,
cut their hair,
I
change
think,
their fucking pants. No.
I agree with you. Their pants look stupid as hell. Like that's bad gear right there. That the pants still looks terrible. I kind of like that they're like the throwback to 90s, whatever. But
yeah, they remind me of the Rockers.
Yeah, but at the same time, when they the more it plays out, the more you're like, well, it's the diminishing returns a little bit. What was I gonna say? They're making a huge deal about Rampage Brown. What do you think about him?
I swear to God, I thought that was Zeus when he came into the ring. That's fucking Zeus. He can't over to the UK.
Zeus, you didn't tell us.
I didn't know.
He did some Muay Thai shit in the ring. I said, look at Zeus.
Who is this?
He's a British wrestler named Rampage Brown.
Man, Rampage, he beat the shit out of that guy, man. I felt bad for that guy, man. Man. I hope he brought him dinner and some beers afterwards because Jesus Christ, did he hit him hard. Talk about stiff.
Jack Stars, a.k.a. the guy with the ugliest gear in the world.
Yeah, that guy needs a total makeover.
But I feel like they're telegraphing him versus Walter down the line.
Or it's him versus the fake Bruiser Brody.
The Saxon Huxley.
Yeah.
Saxon Huxley.
Saxon Huxley. Yes.
Oh, that's a great name.
It's fantastic, isn't it, Zeus?
He sounds like a fucking English dog walker or something.
He looks he's a complete ripoff of Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
He's got a terrible fucking name.
He even does the high boot, and he does a Stan Hansen clothesline as his finish.
Oh my God. Okay, the women's stuff. We had that Falls Count Anywhere match between Piper Niven and Kaylee Ray.
I'm gonna say this. I expect more from Piper Niven and Kaylee Ray because they can both go.
Yeah.
But for some reason together they can't get it done. And not for nothing, but I thought Piper Niven killed Kaylee Ray on that dive outside the ring.
Oh yeah.
Because she went through the ropes and Piper Niven's a big girl. And Kaylee Ray's a two, and she's a twin, Kaylee Ray, and she dove through the ropes and she landed right on her face. I was like, oh my God! I said, she's dead, Jim. That was it. It was, I thought she died, but that Falls Count Anywhere match was good where it needed to be. You could tell they were following a program. Yeah. You could tell they were. And that needed work, especially at the end towards the finish. Piper Niven's looking at the table for about half an hour waiting for this chick to get hit in the head, Yeah. I'm like, should I order Pizza Hut or should I go with Domino's tonight? Which one? And then boom, chair in the head, I mean, come on.
The thing that bothers me about that, James, is we need to keep in mind this is a recorded show. Like, we're not watching it live.
I know. They could have easily fixed it. Yeah.
They could have edited this thing.
Yeah. She's looking at that table like she's waiting for the Twilight Zone to start or some shit. Like, come on,
I don't know what the deal is with them and the WWE in general, and also with AEW is really bad about this. Like about Like they have recorded stuff, and then they don't edit it to make it look like better. Like you can cover up some of these things.
To me, it seems like as soon as they got it on in the can, it's done, and it's not. It's not done. It's not.
Yeah,
It's because they all think they're fucking somebody great, man. Everybody thinks that they're already a fucking Hall of Famer, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's good. That's what, one take? Yeah, okay, we got it.
But we're talking
that match
about
needed
like,
several takes. Okay?
we're talking about like botches and stuff. Like
man, they can fix that.
You can fix. You can think about. We know from various accounts that during the filming of season 1 of Lucha Underground, that some of the Sexy Star stuff was total disaster live for the people who were there in attendance, and so they had to edit the shit out of that stuff to where we were like, we didn't notice a problem when we watched the match, right? We didn't know that they had to reshoot like whole match.
Everybody who was there told us different, right?
Yeah. So they could be doing that with some of this stuff where you
if Piper Nevin, they should take a half an hour look at the table. Should I put it through or shouldn't I put it through? I mean, is it, am I watching the telly tonight or am I reading a book? Am I going to a pub or what am I doing?
I think Piper Nevin and Kaylee Ray, both their matches in NXT, have suffered from them being like, we gotta work this story, this drama story thing, like kind of a telenovela soap opera bit in here.
And they're so much better than what they're showing on TV too.
Yeah, I mean, I think because that sort of dramatic, thing worked in the Kaylee Ray Toni Storm I Quit match.
Yeah.
Because it worked so well there, they were like, we got to do this in all the big women's title matches. And it's like, but you really don't. Like, yeah, it worked in this one instance. That doesn't mean to work in these other ones.
You're absolutely right, Pedro, because we've seen Piper Nevin last year at NXT UK pull off some amazing shit, have some really great matches. And now she's like, her and Kaylee Ray just can't get it. And I don't know why, because they're both so good.
I mean, I've seen her do stuff in Japan. I've seen her, in other European promotions. It's you can watch some of that stuff on the network now. Some of her stuff in Europe. But I think, thinking about this, James, going back to that Toni Storm, Kaylee Ray I Quit match. Do you remember?
I remember that. That was a good match. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember the whole thing where like Kaylee Ray is going to basically cripple Toni Storm for life, and Piper Nevin is like pleading with Toni Storm, please, quit.
Yeah.
Like you can still, you can go to NXT, you can do all this stuff with your life. Don't let it all end here. And they're crying and all this stuff. And they're like, okay, I quit and all this stuff. To me, the conclusion from that should be Piper Nevin gets revenge for Toni Storm, right?
Yeah.
And then we don't get that. We don't get that in the other match, and we don't get that here.
No.
And so she looks like a big loser.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I totally agree. There's no payoff. There's absolutely no payoff to that story.
They're like, oh, now you get to see her versus Jenny, and it's like I like Jenny, but like
why?
But you could have heat up Jenny like after she beats Kaylee Ray.
Why is Jenny even in the fucking picture at this point? Why?
Well, you can build up Jenny to be the first challenger for Piper Nevin.
Right. Yeah. Right. But not doing that, and not for nothing. Jenny, come on, man. You got to swing a chair better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, who was that? Leon Ruff swinging that chair? Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on.
Swing it like Leon slaps.
Yeah, like help! The alcalde took all my money. Get the fuck out of here! Hit the bitch. I mean, come on, man.
I cannot believe you just dropped a reference to Zorro the Gay Blade. I am fucking marking out. I'm marking out. We love that movie, like as a kid.
That movie was awesome.
I can't believe you dropped that. I'm like, what?
I didn't think you were paying attention, Pedro. Very good, young man. Very good. help, help, the alcalde took all my money. Don't you fear, El Zorro is here. You know?
But if I'm gonna be the Zorro chap,
Yeah. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a peso. All for Zorro, stand up and say so.
I love when the alcalde and the other guy are like talking about the way he talks, like but he said it more like a fruit. He's like, more like what? Like a poof. And then
yeah, poof. That's a great movie, man. That's a great movie. So
Yeah,
the gameplay, that's awesome.
couldn't get made now, but was hilarious at the time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm surprised you caught that reference. Good job.
yeah, we watched that movie a million times at my house when I was growing up.
Well, I think, you know, but yeah, but that chair shot was weak. It's just that whole finish, you know, I'm not saying the match was bad because it had its points.
Yeah.
And, you know, because it had its spots where you could tell they wanted to do more, but at the same time, you could easily tell that they were following a story, you know, like they were following a script, you know. Yeah. And it just that finish was very weak. I was like, oh my God, no.
But we have so what's coming up for them? I think is the Heritage Cup final is
it's A-Kid and A-Kid's a star. I mean, he's a star now, but he's a star. You know, well, that guy's amazing.
He's still they're still working their way up with him. He still has a bit to go, but
yeah, but you could, no, Pedro, he has it. He's got it. You know.
You know what? Tying this to New Japan, A-Kid would have been awesome in the Best of Super Juniors.
How fucking yeah, that guy's amazing.
Who?
A-Kid.
Oh, Zeus, man, you got to see this kid, man. He's no joke. He's good. He's good.
He's from Madrid. He's really good.
He's really good. I
think a mix of like that catch kind of style with like the junior heavyweight kind of hybrid style. Think of that kind of mix.
I can't lie to you, Pedro. I got hyped with that whole little vignette with fucking Walter and Dragunov again.
Oh, that was such a great video.
I got a little hyped up for that. I was like, you know, they want to give us this again. I'll watch it again. Let's do it round 2. You know.
I kind of wonder.
I don't think that's match of the year. I don't think you can say that was a match of the year. I think that was a fight of the year.
Well, okay. Well, no, I was gonna say, what are your matches of the year so far? But we'll wait till the end of the year. I see.
Like even earlier, Zeus was talking about Finn Juice, right? I don't want to see I don't want to see him wrestle no more. I just want to see him cut promos now. Yeah, because he's got promo of the year right now.
that is probably the promo of the year.
That's promo of the fucking year right there. He's got it hands down. You know?
Zeus, refresh our memory on.
Yes, please.
Let me tell you something. Everything's not evil. Puppies aren't evil. Rainbows aren't evil. I'm not evil. I'm a good boy. You know that.
That was such an awesome promo. Dick to go. I don't see Yamaguchi-san. No choppy, my pee-pee.
Choppy on my pee-pee. They hit me in the dick. Did you see that?
That was so awesome. I'm sorry. That's promo of the year.
YYH is dropping us some knowledge, and Helico taught. YYH said,
"What?
And what?
What?
And Helico taught A-Kid what?
Oh, sorry, I probably cut out.
Yeah.
YYH said, and Helico taught A-Kid Yaves, like submissions.
Nice.
A-Kid is no joke. I like that guy. He's good. I hope they don't fuck him up either.
You know, it's funny. I watched Project A-Co the other day on Prime.
I gotta start watching Prime, man. I have Prime, and I haven't watched shit on it because I'm too busy trying to watch fucking wrestling that you know I can't even watch. I still gotta catch up on all my Best of Super J and fucking World Tag League and all that shit. and then like I got to yell at my TV the minute I see Yano.
YYH, yes, Zeus is imitating Juice
Robinson.
Yeah, Juice Robinson. Trust me, YY's promo of the year.
Yeah, promo of the year.
Trust me.
Not promo of the year was what's her face? Britt Baker on her talk show, The Waiting Room. We won't go into all of that waiting room segment, but Britt Baker, not promo of the year.
I'm not sending her money in the app.
Yeah, don't. Britt Baker should not try to do stand-up comedy. Do not try stand-up comedy. Hey, but you know what I've been watching a lot of?
Is it Survivor Series this weekend too? Yeah, right tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah. Okay, let me pull that up really fast.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're about to go on your stardom run, you know?
Yeah. Well, I was going to talk about Joshi Puroresu in general, but
okay.
But yes, Survivor Series. You know, I didn't even think we could have done a Survivor Series episode, but
yeah, we could have because there been some pretty good ones.
Yeah, I have this like box set that my brother gave me. It's like the first 5 or 6 Survivor Series are all on it. Like I could have binge watched some of that stuff.
I think they're paying tribute to the Undertaker in this one.
Right. So
God, have you seen that Snoop Dogg Undertaker merchandise cross promotion thing?
No, I haven't.
Really? What? I haven't seen that. What?
Yeah, there's a Snoop Dogg Undertaker merchandise on WWE right now.
What the hell? Snoop Dogg and Undertaker.
Right.
I'm done. I'm done.
We're gonna have to check that out. But so here we go. There's some kind of dual brand battle royal. I don't know I haven't heard anything about it. Drew McIntyre.
That's gonna be the pre-show.
Okay, Team Raw, which is AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle. He's just called Riddle now?
Don't ask.
Versus Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and Otis. There is Otis. There's a hilarious thing with Otis on the Botchamania because I can't remember what the match was, but Murphy was like he saw Otis and he kind of did this double take thing, and Corey Graves said something like Murphy just looked into the funhouse mirror, like Otis is like the funhouse distorted mirror reflection of Murphy.
Right.
And you see Corey Graves and Michael Cole, they start like corpsing. You can see them in the background, and they're like dying laughing, and they're trying to recover. That's on one of the recent Botchamanias.
I had SmackDown on last night just as background noise, and I caught this real quickly. All of us now, like the whole Mysterio family loves Murphy now because they were all hugging each other. I'm like, what happened?
He stood up to Seth Rollins and he's, I guess, in kayfabe in the story, he's dating the daughter of Rey Mysterio. I don't like this storyline at all.
They're all hugging and shit. I'm like, because he pinned Seth Rollins with a nasty Falcon's arrow. Brutal. It was brutal. And then also 1, 2, 3. I'm like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden I saw them all hug each other. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What did I miss?
I think it was from the week before.
Okay.
Before was when he turned on Seth Rollins or whatever. But so we got Team Raw, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce versus Team SmackDown, Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Natalya. You got Bobby Lashley, the Raw's U.S. champion, versus Sami Zayn, SmackDown's Intercontinental champion. You've got the New Day, Raw Tag Team champions, versus the Street Profits, the SmackDown Tag Team champions. You've got Asuka, the Raw Women's champion, versus Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's champion. And you've got Drew McIntyre, who just won the title back on Monday, the Raw WWE champion versus Roman Reigns, SmackDown.
What was the point?
To pad Randy Orton's thing.
What was the point? If you wanted Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns all alone, then why did you bother taking the belt off Drew McIntyre in the first place? If you knew that's how you're going to book Survivor Series. So again, what's the point?
You pad Randy Orton's numbers and you give him a tiny reward, I guess, for his work this year. But I don't know. There's no point.
Here's an interesting thing. I went to Survivor Series 2001 in Greensboro, and they had the Dudley Boys, who were the WWF/WCW tag team champions, against the Hardy Boys, who were the WWF tag team champions. They had Edge versus Test, which was the U.S. title versus the Intercontinental title. They had the Immunity Battle Royal.
I remember that, Zeus. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. They had six-pack challenge for the women's title, vacant women's title, and then they had the one Survivor Series style match, which was Team WWF versus the Alliance, The Rock, Jericho, Undertaker, Kane, and Big Show against Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam.
Oh
Yeah. Oh, you were there? That must have been a good show, Zeus.
It was. And they had, pardon me. Yeah, it's Sunday Night Heat on before that, too. So.
Oh, man.
Sunday Night Heat. I remember that show. I should get excited for watching that show. Oh, it's Heat before the pay-per-view. We get a free hour.
Yeah.
And the first match of the night was the Impact Players and Raven against Albert, Scotty 2 Hotty, and Spike Dudley.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like it could be a fun match. That sounds like it could be good.
Right. As an opener, of course, they treated it like nothing,
Right.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, you have, two former ECW world champions, ECW world tag team champions, and, at least they won. Christian defeated Al Snow, which was weird because Christian was part of the Alliance and Al Snow was Team WWF. William Regal was Team Alliance, and he beat Tajiri. So,
actually, yeah, I actually missed Steve. I actually missed Lord Steven Regal wrestling.
Yeah,
he was stiff.
Yeah, he actually got his nose busted open by Tajiri in that match.
Really, I'm surprised he didn't kick his ass. I'm surprised he didn't beat the shit out of him for real.
That sounds familiar.
Well, the power bomb he ended the match with was rough.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, you want to break my nose? Okay. Here you go, bang. Lord Steven Regal, he's awesome.
So yeah, Survivor Series. That Asuka Sasha Banks match.
I saw the in-ring stuff last night on SmackDown, and in came Carmella, and now all of a sudden she's a big deal again.
I guess, yeah.
She beat the shit out of Sasha Banks. I'm like, in what world does this really happen? What happened here?
I guess they're just setting up something for after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I have a friend who was complaining to me about the Asuka stuff, and I was like, well, a few weeks ago in that courtroom skit, she was like on the witness stand jiggling her boobs, and now she's on SmackDown going through everyone's catchphrases and stuff. It just
she was doing John Cena. She was doing she did Road Dogs and all that shit.
I think.
There's nothing left for her to do. She's done everything. She's done everything. She's done everything.
Kana Asuka's done everything at this point. So really now it's kind of like Nakamura. Now it's just collect money. Like, I mean,
Nah. Don't compare it on Nakamura. Nakamura's a lazy shit, okay? He's gotten real lazy. That fucker don't even zip up his tights all the way up. That's how lazy he's gotten, okay?
that would be something. But yeah, she did pretty much all she could do in Japan, and then she came here and she's done like pretty much all you could do here. So yeah, you're right. She's not like phoning it in the ring, but
no, she's not.
She's just a comedy thing at this moment. So.
The only way to bring her back seriously, and you know what? I hate to say this, there's only two ways you can put Asuka back in a real serious role, badass role. And if done right, it could work. If Charlotte Flair comes back and goes immediately after Asuka, okay? Have Charlotte come back as a notorious badass bitch heel and just blast Asuka during an interview segment and just have it like a real serious storyline. Or if you do this right, and it has to be done right, do the same thing, but not with Charlotte Flair, but with Rhea Ripley.
Mm.
You have Ripley come in like the heel, like she used to be in NXT UK.
You lost me when you said Charlotte Flair going after Asuka. I'm like, oh, more Asuka jobbing to Charlotte Flair?
No. Don't do it like that, though. Don't do it like that. Because now's the time Asuka to beat Flair, because Flair's been on the shelf. She hasn't been in the ring. So you can work it into the storyline that she's not in a ring shit, whatever. But then now's the time to do it. Or you do it with Rhea Ripley, but you got to turn Ripley heel.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No, I don't want to see Asuka doing comedy skits. I want to see Asuka wrestling,
But, I mean, we got like a summer of her, Bailey, and Sasha having all these great matches against one another.
That's like, true.
I mean, what I'm saying is we should kind of be okay with whatever.
Yeah, I know, but I like to see serious Asuka. So she's no joke. But who's also a waste right now, and like actually Zeus touched on it a little bit. Shayna Baszler.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's in that ridiculous tag team with fucking this chick, and it's not. It's to me, it's like it's no CTV.
Yeah, James, you said Piper Nevin should be in the Nia Jax role now, like because she can actually work and stuff, and be as she's got the size and all that stuff,
right? And she knows how to work.
I mean, there are other people who can do that role. Raquel Gonzalez is right now
she's becoming my new favorite. She's awesome, man.
And Rhea Ripley's a pretty big, I don't mean big as in overweight. I mean big as just in her structure, right? Like, yeah. She's got all. She's
like 5'10", 5'11", yeah. But talking about Raquel Gonzalez is they got gold in her. Don't fuck it up,
Well, hey, speaking of gold, a lot of titles changed hands recently. This past weekend in Japan and the Joshi Pro Racer thing.
Nice way to work that in, Pedro.
I'm just watching the clock. Stardom had some big title changes this past weekend. Kind of changed the whole scenery in a way. Like seemed to change the whole direction of things. Oedo Tai won the trios titles from DDM. Were you okay with that, Zeus?
Yeah, because I mean it kind of comes around, goes around, and Julia's she's the white belt champion, so
I mean everyone in that team has a belt currently. She has the white belt. Micah has the future title, and Shuri the next day after that beat B Priestley for the SWA title.
Yeah, they just Jumbo Princess and the little girl, the new girl. They're the only ones who don't have titles right now.
Yeah,
but
and like I said, the next night after that show, you had Yeah, Shuri beat B Priestley for the SWA title, and then the big one, Utami, who won the 5-star Grand Prix, ended Mayu Iwatani's title reign as the World of Stardom champion.
That's your girl, right, Pedro?
Oh. Any thoughts on the big title change?
I mean, it's like a lot of people say, they would have liked to have seen, Mayu with the belt for a little longer. But some people are also saying, kind of this with Utami was overdue. So, and she'd kind of been on a skid until that Grand Prix.
Yeah. Well,
so
I've heard, I remember hearing last year, originally maybe the plan was for Utami to win the 5-star Grand Prix last year, but she got injured during it. Like, she got injured. Jungle Kiona got injured during the 5-star Grand Prix. Like, a bunch of people got injured, and it changed a lot of plans for the 5-star Grand Prix last year. So that Hana ended up, that was their backup plan, was Hana won it. But yeah, originally I've heard she was supposed to win it then. So I don't know if the plan was for her to win the title after that. Maybe not. I can't imagine, because that would have been way too soon. I still think it's a little soon for her to have it, because she's still a little rough in some areas. But I think with Stardom, it's one of those things you just kind of be like, well, let's just see where it goes, because they have a history of kind of weird, goofy, bad booking, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, the match be good, this and this, so see where it goes. The post match was interesting because Julia and Shuri both came out to challenge what's it called? Utami. And then because Julia's thing was, I got the white belt. She's got the the SWA. Let's see who is the top singles champion. Which one of us do you choose? And then Momo Watanabe came out, and she challenged Utami. And then Julia was like, "You suck." She did say that in the subtitles. It says, "You suck. You were this." And Utami said that she was going to take the challenge from Momo because she's never beaten Momo. She lost to Momo when she challenged her for the white belt, and then they drew in the 5-star Grand Prix. So that's the next thing. And there seems to be going in a direction Momo might be kicked out of Queen's Quest. It seems to be where this might be going, which is kind of interesting. But also out of this, you might find interesting, Zeus, because I didn't see people talk about this online, and I didn't know about it until I watched it last night. So after she chose Momo, Julia proposes to Shuri, why don't we have a DDM match for a double crown? The white belt versus the SWA. See which one of us gets the double crown, and they accepted. So,
interesting.
It kind of makes me wonder if they're going to go for Julia winning everything at the anniversary show.
That would be crazy, and I don't know how I would handle that, honestly.
You'd be like, "Oh, my wife."
Hey, I still don't know if I can watch the Julia versus Konami match. So,
well, okay. Here's something. Since I watched that show last night, here's something I want to bring up real fast. It's about that match, and also there is a match. Is the first match on the show. It's Saya Ida challenging Maika for the future Stardom title. Both matches feature the shoot headbutt. You know what I mean by the shoot headbutt, where they just actually blast each other with a head?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like Ishii style, like bang, like that?
No, Ishii Ishii style headbutt is safer because he usually hits them in the chest or
Safer.
something. He's usually hitting
Not
them
the
on
one.
the
No,
chest.
no, not the one when he comes up. He comes up, hits you in the bottom of the chin. That shit looks like it kills somebody.
But they could be just selling, like they could be just pulling off
True,
to
true.
make it look like that. In both these matches, you hear the
Oh, really?
as their
Ouch.
skull hits the thing. As their skull hits skull, you hear the, and it's like, oh. And you see in the Ida Micah situation, Ida seemed fine, but Micah, you could tell she was not enthused that they made that decision to do that. And then in the Julia Konami match, both of them seem to regret doing it. Uh, I don't. The shoot headbutt thing needs to go away because it's not. Think about Shibata. That's dangerous.
Uh,
It's dangerous.
dangerous.
I'll say real
Ooh.
fast on that show. It was a good show overall. It was I think they call it the Sendai Cinderella. It was a pay-per-view. There's no great match on it. Even the match where Mayu lost the title, I wouldn't say was a great match. It was a good match, but not a great match. But overall, up and down, it was good stuff. There's a group that people in the United States, the fans here, don't seem to dig. It's Tam's Cosmic Angels, the Busty Girls.
Uh-huh.
They don't like them because she keeps playing with their boobies and grabbing them and all that stuff. But watching them versus Oedo Tai on that show, I was like, man, I could really get into this. Sounds bad, but I could get into this group. They really seem to gel well, and they're different. They're
Good job,
different from
Pedro.
everyone else. Like
and they just started teaming together.
Yeah, and like Unagi, like in Tokyo Joshi Pro, she wasn't memorable in the least. Like, and then seeing her here is like a revelation. I was like, this the same girl? I can't believe it's the same girl. And then Mina, she's a lot like she was in Tokyo Joshi Pro, but she's working harder. And then you have Tam, she's leading them. Like the whole thing just kind of works. Like especially against Oedo Tai, like the dynamic between those two worked really well. And speaking of Oedo Tai, Rina, the 15-year-old, she's one of the twins. Hina and Queen Quest is the other twin, and then their older sister is Hanan, who's in the Stars. But Rina, she in Oedo Tai, she is already like just right now this incredible, just like little shit heel. She's like the start of the match. She's all just saying all that. She's just talking all this shit to these women. And she's doing all this, just like she does all these little things, just like imagine a bratty kid who's just trying to annoy everyone, like
Kind of like AZM.
I mean, worse in a way. But I was like, wow, like she really needed this change in her direction to go heel. The other big Joshi things I want to talk about last weekend, and I didn't see any promotion for this beforehand. I don't think anyone knew this was going to happen, but Act Yasukawa came out of retirement.
Who?
Act Yasukawa. She was in Stardom. She was the one. She's the girl in the famous incident with Yoshiko. She was one of the founders of Oedo Tai.
Oh, okay.
So she came out of retirement and worked a match for this. I don't quite know the name of the group. It's part of Actores Girls, but yeah, she worked a match. And I didn't see it, just kind of came out of nowhere, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Act is back!"
Wow,
this was kind of big. And then just for me personally, Andres Miyagi has changed her gimmick. she's back to being Michiko Miyagi, and she dropped the face paint. She's got whole new gear and everything.
Huh.
Have you seen any of this?
Nope. If you haven't posted it, I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I mean that's the only way I end up seeing any of her stuff is through.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was interesting. Like the whole sort of group. There's kind of a group of Andres fans between Japan and the United States. Like, and between both of them, it was like a big ripple. Like, whoa! Like seeing her like again without the face paint, because when she started, she didn't have face paint in Sendai Girls, but at first, she eventually got there when she was Cassandra Miyagi. But and then now she's doing lots of makeup to look cute or whatever. So it's everyone was just kind of like, oh my god. But yeah. Anyways, that's the pointless Joshi stuff for everyone else.
When you said face paint, I don't know why, but my mind automatically went to that Bash at the Beach where Lex Luger, like a Randy Savage, I painted up like Sting.
Right.
I don't know why my mind went there, but it did. Brutal.
So
Very
anything else been going on this week? Doesn't have to be wrestling. Give me anything.
I saw New Mutants.
Oh, how was that?
It's not as for a movie that's set on a shelf for 3 years and had like 10,000 million rewrites. It's not as bad as it could have been,
I mean, it's based on a good story. I mean,
it is.
The Demon Bear thing from New Mutants, in the early, it's like the early 20s, the late teens, of the series. That was really great shit.
Mm-hmm. So it's not as bad as I thought it would be because it had tons of reshoots, tons of rewrites. It sat on the shelf for 3 years. It was filmed already. It was already in the can since 2017. It was just. I thought it would be a lot. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this shit show, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So it's not too bad. It's all right. Yeah, Zeus, and they paid off the Demon Bear thing a little bit nice. So it was nice the way they did it.
Not to mention, I mean, it's the original team without
without
yeah,
that's the only person that's missing. Yeah,
which is shocking, considering the X-Mess movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Hey, let's just jump all over time and pick out the ones we like. Okay.
Yeah, but it's basically the original lineup. It's the original lineup,
Zero's here. Zero is here.
Zero. It's always nice to see Zero show up.
He says, only thing I'm agreeing with James on ever. New Mutants was not bad, but it was a very slow burn movie.
What's up, Zero? What's going on? Yeah, I had to watch the movie twice because the first time I was working out with your mom, so I didn't see the whole thing.
Oh damn!
We were kicking it old school movie theater style. With a bump and a popcorn between us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
Oh
man! Zero! No, it was okay, Zero. It was okay. It did, it did start off a little slow. I agree. But I thought it was going to be a lot worse, I mean, I was expecting another Dark Phoenix, but it's not that, it's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. And you know what, Zero? I don't know if you agree with me around this, but I like how they did Lockheed. It was cool what they did with Lockheed. So.
They had Lockheed in it?
Yep. And it's cool what they did with it. Yep.
That's interesting.
Not bad.
I mean, Lockheed came to the X-Men via Kitty Pryde and the Brood.
Yeah, but the way they did it is a little different. It's cool how they did it.
What?
Actually, I'd like to get your thoughts on that, Zero, about how they did Lockheed.
What was the Brood the thing where they kind of laid eggs in people and
Yeah, that was the Alien ripoff. Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Mhm. How the Wolverine was turning into one of the Brood, and then like his healing factor stopped him at the end. And some shit.
Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, it wasn't bad. You know, it was a decent movie. It was okay. You know. It's good to see Wonder Woman 1984 is going to premiere on HBO Max the same day it premieres in the theaters on Christmas Day, so that should be interesting.
I doubt there's very many theaters going to be open.
Yeah, but it'll be on HBO Max, which is kind of cool. And of course, in response now, Marvel's going to drop their Black Widow movie. It's going to premiere on Disney Plus supposedly, so we'll see.
Yeah, and that's been done for a few months now.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, it actually makes more sense than in the. Yeah. I agree, brother. I agree.
So, Zeus, anything you have to plug?
No, I mean our mutual Cross and Bean.
Yes.
We've seen him with some cool art lately, and he was streaming some fun stuff on his Twitch channel last night, and other than that, I got nothing this week.
Yeah, and Bean and I have been doing a podcast called
listen to the one. I went to listen to the first one yesterday, and the next one, and Patreon was down for fucking maintenance.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't.
Well, that's not your fault, is it?
I actually want to listen to that podcast, Pedro, but actually, no offense, I can't do that robot voice shit. I just can't do it. Sorry.
But
I can't do it.
He's got to let up on that.
Come on, man. I'm a grown man. I can't. No, if I want to listen to a robot talk, I'll listen to Damian Priest programs all day. You know, I don't want to see that shit. No.
There'll be at least 2 more episodes with the robot being. But yeah,
I have enough robot with Damian Priest.
Let me get the title of the show out. Bean and I have a thing called the Crap Talk Show. So yeah, we just it's two friends, shooting the shit.
I don't want to be your friend.
Boom, and I'm going to tell you about the
Yeah, I can't. I can't. That shit vibrates the fucking titanium in my chest. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it.
But if you can get past the robot voice, Bean actually. He had like a lot of really insightful things to say about.
I'm absolutely sure, definitely.
About like on the second
on the Godzilla movie on King of Monsters.
That was hot. I was digging that. Yeah.
On the second episode, we did on the second episode, his insight on Doctor Who was really good. I felt, and then the one we did that came out this week about he gave a lot of insight into the Lord of the Rings stuff. The next episode that's coming out this week sometime. I haven't decided when because of Thanksgiving. I don't know when to put it out, but we have an interesting conversation about the Star Wars prequel. So you have that.
Oh, that should be interesting. Does he talk Star Trek? I want to know if he talks Star Trek. If then give me a call.
He talks a little bit about Star Trek in this most recent episode because he doesn't like Picard in the Star Trek Discovery series. But
I've heard that.
There is a hilarious story he is telling in this most recent episode about the Blair Witch Project. And I am laughing my ass off the entire time because of my own kind of Blair Witch Project story. So I want to encourage people to bear with the robot voice to hear his hilarious story on the Blair Witch Project. But where we need to go, I didn't realize how late it was. God willing,
Mania.
God willing, we'll all be here next week.
Mania.
Everyone have a
It's
safe.
Saturday morning and we're marking now.
Everyone have a safe Thanksgiving and
Yes, have a
all
happy
that.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Stay safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands.
Don't piss off the alcalde and don't slap like Zeus'
Yeah.
mom, okay?
Oh my God. Everyone take care and adios.